I won't dignify it. I will ignore it. Perhaps keep buying new clothes and carry on, all right? But let me say this. For a civilized, democratic nation to function in democracy, the loser has to give their consent. The loser has to accept they've lost the election and do their best to win the next election. That is how our system works. If the loser doesn't give consent, then the whole democratic process, the effect of an election being like a safety valve, is lost. And what we have seen in this country since that referendum are very, very senior members of public life in this country. Former Prime Ministers like Blair, Johnny Major, but even the leaders today, Vince Cable, leading the Liberal Democrats, senior public figures in this country do not accept the result of the greatest democratic exercise in the history of our nation. They have done and they will do all that they can to stop it, to cancel it, to force us to vote again. They have given the impression that their view has a moral superiority over our view. They are better people than us because don't forget, they tell us over and over and over that we didn't know what we voted for. I mean, the sheer arrogance of it. But the serious point is this, that in doing so, they have radicalized, albeit a small number, but they've radicalized a group of people in this country who themselves believe that they have a superior view to the majority. And when you have that mindset, if you believe that you are better than other people, history shows that in those circumstances, people are capable of appalling behavior. And we are now seeing the extremes of the Remain campaign acting in an openly abusive way to ordinary members of the public who dare to say they support Brexit, acting in a violent way. Do you know, we even had in Wales last week people lying in the road to try and stop cars coming in to our public event. They are trying to close down democracy. And the point is this, that when democracy breaks down, civility breaks down, and that is where we are in our country today. And that makes me want to redouble all of my thoughts and efforts, not just into this campaign, but into what comes after this campaign. Above all, we are fighting this European election on the key issue of democracy. If we don't implement the will of the people, if our main parties don't keep absolutely fundamental promises made, then we cease to be a functioning democratic nation. Us, who for 800 years have had a form of parliamentary government. Us, the home to the mother of parliaments, that has exported this model to the rest of the world. So what is at stake in this election is the very principle of democracy itself. And those who are fighting against us even want to stop us from saying those words. And I suggest to you that when we think about our nation, where it's come from, the incredible sacrifices people made in the past to ensure that we could be free, and the type of country that we want to hand on, I suggest that we redouble our efforts. And in terms of changing politics, well, look, it is clear to me that the two-party system now serves nothing but itself. At its time, it was challenged openly and publicly, and the Brexit Party will do it. And this Thursday is the first step in an attempt to begin a process to change politics for good.